fellas. And most importantly, Alan, your speech was a long time coming. I believe you joined a while back, maybe a month or two, in fact. And so I think we've all been waiting for this. I think your strongest point is your structure. And you can see how it flowed from beginning to end. You was well thought out. I can tell you put a lot of time into that. As an audience member, I appreciate that. And while your opening wasn't full of fireworks and circus tricks and a laser show, when you said, "I'm a scuba diver," immediately you got my attention and I was hooked. Because even if I was, I think, learning from you, but since I'm not a scuba diver, I was very interested to learn what you had to say about that and follow up with that. I thought you had a good question for the audience. I think Prashant was the only one I saw who put up his hand, just a little bit. And towards the end, I saw you had a very effective tool that I'll get to in a little bit. But that was good to bring the audience in by asking them that question. I thought it was excellent that you had a prop and that you educated us about this particular device that you use when you go scuba diving. And then you segue into learning about scuba with the classes and the certification. I thought that was very educational and valuable to me as an audience member. And then when you're talking about claustrophobia, what's around you, there's no floor, it's just the deep blue, I was wondering, but there's nowhere to hide. So you also had an excellent segue into the scary things such as the eels, the stingrays, and the sharks, and your recounting of whenever you actually had the shark pass by you. I thought that was very interesting, and it kept my attention. Something that's life-threatening like that. Hang on to that. And then at the very end, whenever you asked again, hold by hand, and then most of us put up our hand and say, "Yeah, we want to go scuba diving," based on your details. I thought that was an excellent way to close it out. 3 good points that I think you had. You were well-dressed for an icebreaker. You set the bar really high. You had very good eye contact, moving around the room in a very calm and collected manner. And you also had really good hand movement. Even though you were behind the podium, you didn't have a need to get out and go around the audience, getting intimate eye contact. But you didn't lean on it. You weren't resting your hands necessarily. And you had good hand movement that was just very natural and conversational. 3 points that I think will really improve your next speech would be vocal variety in both tone and volume. Getting loud, getting soft whenever you're telling us a personal story. That's in the volume. And for tone, just try to vary that a little bit as you're going through such vivid and lucid pictures about the Caribbean. Which leads me to my next point is paint a picture. If you've ever read really good authors, for example, Tom Wolfe is one of my favorite authors. He really paints a picture in his novels. And I think when you're talking about the Caribbean, I've never been. And I think all I know is from postcards. So if you really paint a picture, the blues, the greens, the humidity, the atmosphere, everything being underneath, the deep blues, how it gets deeper, and the light, the sunlight coming in, something like that, invite us into your mind. I think would be very good if you painted a lucid picture. And then finally, while I'm doing this evaluation freehand, Roger had a Toastmaster minute a few weeks back about having some sort of mechanism, some rolling briefcase or filing cabinet, if you like, to keep all your Toastmaster materials in so that you can just grab it in the morning all the way to work and have it with you, or just keep it in your car if you don't take it out. So all that considered, I really look forward to your next speech, and I think you did a bang-on job.